I'm Danielle Smith. Here's a question for you. How far would you be willing to go to protect your children's grades, their education? Would you ever hack into the school's computer system to change one of your children's failing grades? There is a Pennsylvania woman who is accused of doing just that. I was reading a story in the Huffington Post, and Catherine Venusto is accused of, or she's charged with 3 counts of unlawful use of a computer and computer trespassing, accused of hacking into the school's computer system, using the school superintendent's password to get in and change her daughter's grade from a fail to a medical exception, and then a year later to change one of her son's grades from a 98 to a 99. Now, it seems that Venusto used to work for the school district and then was no longer working there, and that's when she chose to get into the system, apparently because she was bored and curious, went into the system and then changed the grades. When she spoke to police, she actually told them that she didn't believe that doing this was unlawful, though it was unethical. An interesting distinction in my mind. Now, the school district has made a number of changes because they wanted to ensure that this type of thing couldn't happen again. But, this raises a couple of questions for me. So feel free to leave comments to let me know what you think. So here's question number 1. Do you think that these actions, getting into the school system and changing the grades, is unethical, or should it be illegal? In my mind, it's illegal. It's basically hacking into a system. It's illegally getting into a system, using someone else's password, and then changing the grades. So I have 2 problems. Number 1, you're getting into the system. Number 2, you're changing grades that will affect your children's ability to get into college. I have a problem with that as well. And my second question is, what should school districts do to protect their systems? From people who think that it might only be unethical to make a small change like this. Now, from what I was reading, not only on Huffington Post but on the Associated Press, the red flag that someone knew that something was going wrong was that some of the teachers could see that the superintendent had accessed the students' grades, and they thought, why is the superintendent looking at students' grades? This doesn't normally happen. Why is the superintendent curious about individual students' grades? And when they raised that red flag and the superintendent said, wasn't me, I don't go in and look at individual students' grades, then all of a sudden they shut the system down and started backtracking and found out what the problem was. And so it's been an ongoing investigation. But I would love to know what you think. Unethical or unlawful?